As a big fan of the Terrifier movies, I'll be the first to admit that I was seriously looking forward to this one. Art the Clown has cemented himself as a modern horror icon, smiling, silent, sadistic, and the idea of stepping into his oversized shoes in a retro beat 'em up felt like the perfect way to translate the franchise's ultra-violent energy into a game. What's up everyone, I am Dan, and thanks to Vicarious PR and Select to Play for the review code for Terrifier the arcade game on the Nintendo Switch systems. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe to stay up to date with more reviews like these, and with all that said, let's get into this. Developed by Relevo, the arcade game throws you directly into pixelated carnage. The story is intentionally thin, but that's sort of the point. A film crew is making a movie about Art the Clown, and naturally, Art decides the best way to help is by tearing through the film sets at the actors and pretty much anything unfortunate enough to stand between him and complete mayhem. It's crazy in the most terrifying way possible, but it works as a plot device for the game's stage-to-stage progression. If you've played any of the classic beat-em-ups like Double Dragon, Streets of Rage or Scott Pilgrim, you'll know exactly what to expect here. You move from left to right, smashing everything in your path with simple, easy to grasp controls. You've got your standard and heavy attacks, jump, dash, run, and a special attack for when you want to paint the screen red a little more enthusiastically. The game even lets you pick up weapons like bats with nails, guns, and axes, each one adding a satisfying punch to your combos. It's definitely fun pulling off a finishing move on an enemy, even more so when the animations are as gleefully gruesome as they are. But make no mistake, the arcade game goes all in on the gore. Blood splatters constantly fill the screen, turning every stage into a crimson canvas meant to echo the chaos of the movies. The retro pixel art and animation do a surprisingly good job capturing the over-the-top brutality while keeping a playful, cartoonish vibe. It's gory but ridiculously exaggerated and often hilarious. Longtime fans will spot loads of clever Easter eggs tucked into the backgrounds, props, and character designs. Whether you love the movies or just appreciate a solid pixel art aesthetic, there's a lot here to admire visually. That said, beneath the buckets of blood and fan service, the game isn't without its shortcomings. Enemy variety is clearly one of the biggest issues. While landing hits and pulling off finishes feels consistently satisfying, you'll be seeing the same finishes over and over again and the same handful of enemy types for the majority of the game. This lack of variety makes some stages blur together, especially during longer play sessions. It doesn't break the experience, but it does make it more repetitive than it needed to be. The combat itself, while fun in quick bursts, can sometimes feel a little inconsistent. Hit detection occasionally wobbles, picking up weapons can be frustratingly finicky, and some encounters drag on longer than they should. The boss fights, however, are a highlight. They're frantic, chaotic, and fit the tone perfectly, often pitting you against twisted caricatures of the film's production crew. These moments push your dodging and special moves to the limit, and they're easily some of the most memorable fights in the game. One thing I really appreciated is the inclusion of multiple playable characters. While Art the Clown is obviously the star and the male appeal, being able to pick from other characters, especially ones recognizable to longtime fans, adds a lot of charm and replayability. Multiplayer also helps elevate the experience. With up to 4 players locally, the game becomes a frantic mess of blood, bodies, and chaotic shouting. Exactly what a party brawler should be. If you're going to play this, playing with friends is absolutely the best way to do it. The chiptune soundtrack deserves a special mention too. It leans hard into the retro vibe, pairing fast-paced beats with grimy horror undertones. It complements the action nicely and helps stitch together the game's old-school feel. Ultimately, Terrifier the arcade game is a splatter-filled love letter to fans of the Terrifier franchise and classic beat-em-ups. It thrives on its devotion to over-the-top gore, retro aesthetics, and fan service moments, but underneath all that, it's also a fairly straightforward and sometimes repetitive brawler that doesn't always hit as hard as it could. The simple controls make it accessible, the finishes are always satisfying, and the boss fights are genuinely fun. Yet the occasional sluggishness, lack of enemy variety, and uneven pacing keep it from reaching the heights of the genre greats. If you love the Terrifier movies like I do, there's definitely something here worth sinking your teeth into. You'll appreciate the references, the style, and the chance to cause absolute carnage as Art the Clown himself. I had a blast playing this one, but if you're not already into this universe, or if you're looking for something a bit deeper gameplay wise, then you may be left wanting more. Terrifier the arcade game is out now on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $17.99 in the UK and $19.99 in the US. Have you played this one, or are you a fan of the Terrifier movies? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, and until next time.
Say cheese, motherfucker. This shot's gonna burn.